Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is.
As we mentioned, George also asked President Trump about reports of UFO sightings, and the president for the first time spoke about being briefed on this subject.
You and I, we know we disagree about that, but we have a whole day ahead to go on this. Before we go, one of the things you have as president is the access to all the information in the world, all the mysteries out there. And I was just struck in the last couple of weeks, we're reading more and more reports of Navy pilots seeing lots and lots of UFOs. Have you been briefed on that? What do you make of it?
I have. I think it's probably... I want them to think whatever they think. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you'd know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see. But we'll watch it. You'll be the first to know.
I couldn't help at one point in my discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
All these strange sightings that we see in this world are nothing more than government-created structures that are flying around for their future attempt to unite the world under the satanic New World Order agenda, which will have a one-world government and a one-world false religious system that will be once again enforced through the world government, that all who will not comply with the demands of the Pope will be seen as traitors, terrorists, rebels to the cause of world peace, because they would not pay homage and worship to the world's God, aka Satan, through the Vatican, who stands and hides behind the office of the Pope.
Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by.
As Satan is preparing for his crowning act of deception, his evil forces are doing all they can to captivate the mind away from the truth through the entertainment industry, through the news industry, through the governments of the world, the religious institutions of the world, and they are all rounding up the souls of the earth for Satan's soon arrival and final deception, where he will be the greatest pretender that Christ warned us about in Matthew chapter 24. As we can see how deceptions are lurking in every direction, many are talking about an outside extraterrestrial invasion of some kind, which is leading the minds away from the truth as another form of entertainment, which will also never happen, as there are no such thing as aliens. The only aliens that exist are fallen angels who are playing this earth like a fiddle. However, the movements that are taking place around the world today with all these UFO, which is unidentified flying objects, and all these sightings that are being filmed, it shows that the elites of the world and the Vatican are up to something and ready soon to launch some man-made global invasion of some kind to bring about the New World Order agenda to take over the entire world. However they are going to do it, it doesn't matter. We just need to be prepared for it. All these talks of UFOs and aliens needs to be better understood, for many know not the truth and many are being deceived and have many questions. As we work to expose every avenue by which Satan wants to work through, we will continue to meet the confused and to enlighten the minds of those who want answers. These flying objects that are appearing to be from outer space is nothing more than an advanced man-made aircraft that has not been introduced to the public, but only through movies, which many look to the TV programming for answers because they see how movies and even cartoons are predicting the future events, when in fact they are not. They are all part of this end-time deception, and they know the plans of the wicked of the earth, and thus they place it in the movies to make it look like they know what they're talking about. Truly, this world is nothing more than a theatrical, and all are acting out their part for these last days' deception. This is just some big play, like a movie, and they are all controlling the minds of those who do not know the truth or open their Bibles. And so, it is our job to be the light bearers of this earth, to tell the truth and expose the evils by which Satan is working through to darken this planet. Because no matter how everything may go down in the end, with all this talks of UFOs, the elect of God need not to worry, but prepare for however Babylon plans to attack and bring about their new world order. By understanding the truth, by seeing how these evil institutions today are working together to round up all the deceived, it is our special work to help others see whatever modern-day Babylon may have in their arsenal of plans to invade our lives even more, to control the mind, and to lead others away from Christ. And as Christian soldiers, we have a duty to stand up and blow the trumpet. Prepare for the end of all things. Love God supremely, love each other as self, doing good to all, pray for one another, stand together in unity, keep your eyes fixed on heaven, be loyal to the Creator, read your Bibles, test all things, prove all things, examine self, and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Hang on to the Son of God and never let go of the truth, as this world is soon going to feel the effects of the rebellion against the law of Jehovah. Peace.
And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.